guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're having a beautiful day from wherever you're watching me from. So today I just want to give us a recap from what we had spoken about last week. So last week we had spoken about how the cast is not a permanent fixture in your healing, and I just emphasized that yes, you had the cast on, but now that you've moved, now that seasons have changed, you don't need to keep the cast on as long as the bone on the inside is healed. But then I felt like there was something that was missing in that and something that needed to be added on. So today I want to just add on that. I just want to talk about something that I was learning this week, and that's to do with the fact that you can turn your pain into purpose if you're willing to pull up your sleeves and heal. I'll say that again. You can transform your pain into purpose if you're willing to pull up your sleeves and try again. And what I mean is, sometimes we've been through pain. That's true. Most of us have been through pain. And some of the great men and women that we can see and, admire and want to be like, they've been through pain. The only difference is they had decided to pull up their sleeves and try again. So what I'm saying is, just because we are calling ourselves believers, for example, it doesn't mean that we won't go through pain. We'll go through pain, but it's the willingness to get up and try again. We may go through hard times, but it's the willingness to say, you know what, I'm not going to let this pain define me. Yes, it was hard. I had spoken about this in the previous video. Like, you could have, been through the worst places. You could have said, Sheila, it hurt. It was hard. It was, frustrating. It was whatever. It could have been ugly, but that's fine. The change comes in when you decide to say, yes, I went through this pain. What can I do different about this? Most of us have heard about Sarah Jakes, and we know the story of her having a kid at 14 years old and how that was just, a whole thing. And then she divorced her husband at a very tender age, and she had 2 kids and all of that. And she talks about how that pain, she could have decided to walk with it, and she could have, been this woman that we would have never heard about. Today we are hearing about her because she decided to take that pain and transform it into purpose. Today we are learning so much from her. She's able to stand and encourage so many women, so many men. She's able to, draw people to the kingdom of God because she had turned that pain into purpose. So you, with what you've been through, I want you to look in the inside of you and say, yes, I've been through a hard place, but how can I use that to encourage somebody? Yes, I've been through a tough season, but how can I use that to draw people into the kingdom of God? Yes, I've been through, the worst places, but how can I use that, to turn it into something beautiful? We always sing that he turned my ashes into beauty, So what I'm talking about today is, yes, it was painful, but if we can decide to make that intentional decision to say, I'm going to turn this pain into purpose, and all I have to do is try again. Yes, you tried a business deal, you lost so much money. That's not the end. You can try again. It's you getting past the pain and saying, you know what, I'm going to pull my sleeves and I'm going to try this again. You could have written your exams and maybe you failed and just saying, maybe school is not for me. Don't give up just yet. All you got to do is take that pain and say, yes, it's painful to, fail and whatnot, but I'm going to try again. I'm not going to let this keep me down. Maybe you're saying, you know what, I tried this marriage thing. It didn't work out. Everybody I'll keep getting to, they just keep hurting me, so I'm done. Some of us are even making statements like, men are dogs. They ain't dogs, They're human, and they were made in the image and likeness of God. So you got to get up and say, you know what, I'm going to trust God this time. I'm going to try it differently, but I'm going to try again. You might just change the strategy. That's fine. You might change the approach. That's fine, but you should not give up. All you gotta do is try again. That pain that you went through was a lesson, and it can help somebody. It can help the next generation. If you have to write it down, write it down. If you have to record videos for somebody to hear about it later, do that. But at the end of the day, don't let that pain remain keeping you down there. Don't let that pain enslave you. Don't let that pain put you in a place that is stagnant. Don't let that pain limit you from achieving great things. All that I'm saying to you today, and that I want to really emphasize, is that pain can be turned into purpose with only but a decision. And that decision is pulling up your sleeves and trying again. So I love you. Make a difference this week. Have a beautiful week.